Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Cora. Welcome to my library. Today, we will be doing a Before I Read discussion for my February read, which is The Fairest by Marissa Meyer. This is the fourth installment in the Lunar Chronicles series, which has 6 books. So I've read the first 3, which are Cinder, Scarlet, and Cress. Cress was by far my favorite in the series so far. If you haven't read any of these books, proceed with caution. But if you have, feel free to stay. Let's just do a quick overview of what's happened in the Lunar Chronicles so far. Book 1, Cinder. We are introduced to this cyborg girl. So she's like human, but parts of her are synthetic. She lives with her stepmom and her stepsisters. Her stepmom is Adri, and her stepsisters are Peony and Pearl. Obviously, this is filling into the Cinderella theme because this entire series is built around classic fairy tales. That's why it's Cinder, and then Scarlet is supposed to be Little Red Riding Hood. That's why, Wolf is in it. I love that dynamic. I love how Marissa Meyer has combined sci-fi and, classic fairy tales. It's so weird. I've never seen anybody do anything like this before. Cinder ends up finding out that not only is she cyborg, but she's lunar, which means that she can manipulate people into doing whatever she wants. She's from another planet. People hate her species. They already hated her enough for being a cyborg, but now they really hate her because she's lunar. And she's the lost princess Celine. Okay, I totally saw that coming from a mile away, but still, it was really cool. And when Kai found out, oh jeez, that was so bad, because I felt like he hated her, but he doesn't hate her. He wants to, because he feels like he needs to, but he still loves her. That was pretty much the whole plot around Cinder, was the girl Cinder, finding out she's lunar, and that she's this lost princess, and the doctor, I forgot his name. You guys know who I'm talking about, the doctor that is trying to work to find a cure for lutemosis. He, reveals to her that he lost a daughter, which is Cress. No, and now he's dead. First book was really good. I loved it. I was really sad when Peony died. Pearl and Adri infuriated me of the way that they treated Cinder. I love, her, oh my gosh, what is her little robot friend, what is her name? I forgot her name. It's been so long since I've read these. My October read was Cress, so it's been a few months since I've read these, but you guys know who I'm talking about. I love Thorn, I love Wolf, and we meet Thorn and Wolf in the second book because Scarlet picks up with Cinder escaping the prison, and that's how she meets Thorn, because she accidentally falls out of the roof and into his prison cell, and he's like, "How you doing?" And I love him so much. I love how Wolf and Scarlet meet, and it's so amazing. I totally didn't see it coming that he was actually a mutated being. I thought that Wolf was just a nickname for him being so violent and threatening, but no, he has wolf's teeth and stuff, and it's really weird. It's Frankenstein stuff. It was really crazy to see him try to fight the power of lunar manipulation for Scarlet. So that was what the second book was about, was we meet Scarlet, who's supposed to be Little Red Riding Hood. Her grandma goes missing, and instead of shunning the big bad wolf, she teams up with him to find her grandma, only to find out that he was involved. Her grandma dies, she's pissed at Wolf, but then she finds out that he's actually had a change of heart and he's trying to be the good guy and to help her, and then that's when they all cross paths with Cinder and Thorn in the giant ship, and they take off to outer space, and it's what is happening? The last book that I read, we meet Cress, who's supposed to be Rapunzel. She's been stuck in this pod ship for her whole life pretty much. She was a shell, which is a lunar term that means a lunar that doesn't have the lunar gift. So she's basically shunned because she doesn't have any magic. Her parents gave her up, and we find out that her dad is the doctor back in New Beijing. And it's so sad because as soon as they're reunited, he dies. I'm are you kidding me? He had to get lutemosis. That's so sad. I was so mad about that. She ends up falling in love with Thorn, and Thorn is in love with her, and they go through the entire, desert. That part was oh my god. I really thought one of them was gonna die. And Thorn was blind. I'm what is happening? Why are you doing this to my baby? He doesn't deserve this. When they kidnapped Cress, I was no! What are you doing? That's what Cress was about. Cinder wanted to stop the coronation of Lavanna because you know, if she married Kai, she would become the queen of the earth. And you can't have that happen! She will take over and kill everybody. So, yeah, not to mention she's in love with Kai, so she had to save him too. They crash into the palace and they had everything planned out until the freaking doctor died. But they ended up kidnapping Kai, and they take him up into the pod ship and fly away again. Oh my goodness, I can't remember how Crest ended. I think it ended with there being like an attack on the village. They stopped in a village, like Cinder and all of them. I think that's where they crossed paths with the doctor, and the people in the village helped them escape. So the bad guys, I think Levana's guys, killed them all because they helped them. So it basically kind of reminds me of how the end of Catching Fire was. The end of Catching Fire, we see that District 12 got like obliterated because they threatened Katniss. They're like, we're gonna kill everybody you love if you, try to be the Mockingjay or whatever. And she ended up being the Mockingjay, and so they killed District 12. That's what the end of Crest reminded me of. This is a prequel. It's a short story prequel that's like, I think, 230 something pages. Not even that, it's 220 pages. It's really short. It says, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Fans of the Lunar Chronicles know Queen Levana as a ruler who uses her glamour to gain power." Glamour is like, her magic power that she can make herself look prettier than she really is. But long before she crossed paths with Cinder, Scarlet, and Crest, Levana lived a very different story. A story that has never been told until now. So, it's a bit odd that Marissa Meyer recommends you reading this right in the middle of the story. Like, we're already halfway through the series. Like, why not read Winter, Stars Above, and then Fairest? This is about Levana's, story before all this happened, and I think it's going to show us why she is the way she is, why she's such an evil queen. Just looking by the cover, it looks really freaky. I think she has a veil over her face because that's supposed to represent, how she doesn't ever show her true self. It's just really creepy, and, her crown is creepy, too. Her crown almost looks like thorns. Barbed wire and thorns. It's this does not look like the crown of somebody who is very noble and kind and wants to protect their kingdom. It looks like somebody that's a dictator and is like, no, you do what I say. I'm kind of curious to see, is Marissa Meyer going to humanize Levana? Is she going to make her, seem not as bad as she is because she's going to explain her backstory and everything that's happened to her that we don't know about? I don't know. That's why this is really interesting. I've never seen somebody insert a prequel into the middle of a series and kind of made you go, okay, stop reading this series, read this little section of the story before all this happened, and then continue with it. And I just feel like maybe it'll give me a bit more of an understanding of who Levana is, maybe who Winter is. I know Winter, the book, will be more about her, but maybe we'll at least be introduced to Winter in this better than in Crest. I wanted to tell you guys this. So on the back, I read the description. It said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall." I don't know if Marissa Meyer is aware of this, but the Mandela effect for Snow White is the evil queen never said mirror, mirror. She said magic mirror on the wall. Really weird. I don't ever remember her saying that. Nobody remembers her saying that. There's several movies and TV shows that reference this line, and all of them say mirror, mirror. So it's what? How is it magic mirror? See, even this says mirror, mirror. So I don't know if you guys knew that. I don't know if she knows that, but now you've learned something new. That's the last thing I wanted to say. I knew I was forgetting something. Queen. I wish I could have a mirror that said queen. That's a mood. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you on Saturday. Bye!